Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Natasha and this is episode number 90 of my episode videos. And in this video I usually show what I've been up to during the week and let you know if I've found any free patterns or just anything really. Just a general catch up and let you know different things, I suppose, have a chat and just kind of just have fun. Anyway, this week I have got a fair bit to show you. The table in front of me is quite full up, but I seem to have just found my crojo again, in a sense of I know I've got things that I need to finish, like baby blankets and things like that, which I haven't got round to, but I'm just doing what I feel like doing. And it's encouraging me, and I've even started something new, but only because it's just the way I want to do it, and I just want to just freely flow through and just do it. And the way I see it is, if I've got lots of WIPS, then I can always start up a WIP Wednesday or something like that, you know. So I'm not putting pressure on myself. I'm just literally doing things my way, how I'd love to do it. And if I don't get round to some of it, then I don't get round to some of it. I've also got a blast from the past for you this week, because I was inspired by Repeat Craft Me. So I'll show you that when I get round to it as well. And I have got progress on my own random granny. What else have I got for you? I've got one free pattern. I've got some news about mosaic crochet. I've also got some finished items, which are the November birthstone cowl square. And I finished my tip to tip shawl. So it's all going the right way. I've also, the new things that I've started is the December stone square, because I'm itching to get that finished and don't want to wait, because I've got lots of other things that I want to get on with in December, so I don't want it really to get in my way, and hopefully I want to finish it and have it all sorted by December. And I've also started another tip to tip shawl, because I just loved it so much that I decided I was going to do another one. And then I've got an email from Carmen again. She sent in another email with the things that she's been getting up to, and also I've had this on my mind for lots and for a lot of the time, but I'm never going to I didn't ever think I'd ever get round to it. When I first started crochet, I always wanted to do the Persian tiles blanket by Janie Crow. And I always liked the pinky one that she does with the yellows and the oranges and things like that. That was what first inspired me. But in 2023, she bought out the Marrakesh colourway of the blanket, and I've just been in love with it ever since I've seen it, honestly. And I've never ever got round to it, and I would love to do it. So at the moment at Wool Warehouse, the blanket is on offer for £92.70 instead of £155. So that's an awful lot of money off, but it still is an awful lot of money. And it is using the Wool Warehouse's merino yarn, their own merino yarn. And of course, that's probably where the expense is. But what I thought I might do is just get a couple of balls, like for each colour. If if it's 4 blue and 4 green or whatever. I thought I might just get the blues and just put them aside and do it gradually. But I really do want to do it. So I am aiming for that in 2026. So I may not catch it whilst it's on offer, but I think that's the way to go, just in case, you know. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I really want. I wanted just to share it with you because I saw it on offer today and I thought, well, I'll mention it in my video because it is such a lovely colourway. And I will show you, I'll bring it up on my tablet in a minute for those of you that haven't seen it. So yeah, so I've got quite a lot to show you today. So let's start by showing you what Carmen has been getting up to. She has been doing this blanket, and she says that there's the corner to corner blanket corner to corner from a YouTube tutorial, and she was using hang on a moment, it's not opening for some reason. Let me just 6mm hook, and she's using Aran weight yarn, which is the number 4 from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just waiting for the picture to open. It's taking its time. Here we go. Right. Look at that lovely baby blanket. Oh, there's lots of glare on the screen. There we are. Hang on a minute. Let's get close. There we are. Isn't that absolutely lovely? The bear's in bed. Thought that was really sweet. And I love the corner to corner. And, you know, it's such a lovely stitch. And it does look like there's no holes at all. And that's what I love most about it. Okay, so that is what Carmen has been getting up to. And now I will show you very quickly. Hold on just one moment. Sorry about that. I just turned the Alexa off just in case my children decide to yell at me for some reason. So anyway, so that was what Carmen's been getting up to, and the fact that I love the corner to corner. And so now I will show you the Marrakesh colourway, because that is something that I have been looking at. It is this one here. Come on. My tablet is very slow today. That colourway there, it looks a bit glary and bright on my tablet, but look at those lovely, most beautiful colours. I absolutely love it so much, and I've always wanted to do it, and every time I look at it I think, oh, looks too complicated. Will I stick to it? Not really sure, but look at that. So that is one thing that I am going to do as I kind of go along as one of my goals in 2026. So that is a very early hint as to what my January video will be about. Part of it anyway. But yes, they're using the yarns. It uses the Yarn Smith's Merino DK, and there's 7 balls of sapphire blue, 4 of dark turquoise, 3 of crimson, 3 spearmint green, 3 vanilla fudge, 3 vintage pink, 2 antique gold, 2 dusky peach, 2 rust, and 2 ultramarine blue. Now, I'm not even sure whether there would be any of the normal DKs without it being merino out there, you know, in the Yarnsmith thing that might be a bit cheaper. If it is, then obviously I will source it. But I haven't wanted to look in case it makes me think, oh yes, why don't we get some now? So I was hoping, so I'll look into that and worry about that afterwards. It would be lovely to do it in merino, but you know, if we can do it in acrylic and it's a bit cheaper, because they do their yarn a bit cheaper, then of course then that might work out better. But anyway, they're saying to use a 3.5mm and a 4mm hook. So I am looking forward to it. And it also says that the pattern isn't included, but you can purchase it separately. Because obviously it's just the colourway, which is fine. We can do that, can't we? Anyway, so yes, I have, that is one thing that I've been looking at today. And so that's a sneak peek. Okay, so let's crack on, shall we? Because I have got quite a bit to show you. I've done the email and I've talked about the Persian tiles blanket. Now, I have cracked mosaic crochet. Go me! How impressive. Honestly, what was I saying to you last week? Oh, life's too short, can't be bothered, can't be dealing with it. But it was bugging me so much. And a lovely viewer in the comments had said to me to go and visit this lady on YouTube, which if I just bring it up so I can try and pronounce her name, because it is quite difficult to pronounce her name. Just bear with. Oh dear, excuse me. Trying to find the one that the lesson number 1. Okay, let me just do this. Now, I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one that that I followed. She is called Tina Theodotwa Thoravolda, if I've actually not butchered her name. Anyway, I'll put it down in the description box below and I will share the video that I followed. But it is, if I can try and get it to not be so glary, it is the Beginner's Guide to Mosaic Crochet, and it's literally the basics. And she goes along and I can do it step by step. And do you know what, for me anyway, when I started my crochet journey, I always used video tutorials. I would never bother to have a pattern. It was only later when I thought, oh, I don't need a video now, I can do it. And then I could instantly read patterns. It just came to me just like that. I didn't, I never struggled. And I sort of forgot about video tutorials. But honestly, it was so lovely to follow a video tutorial and I've cracked it. I know how to do it. And then I discovered that she also has on her channel, let me just get to the playlists, if I can get it. Maybe it's just on videos. Hold on. Sorry about this. Should be more organised, but it's hard when I'm only working from a tablet as well. She's got several blankets on her channel, so it's just trying to find it. But she was saying how addictive mosaic crochet is, so I'm just getting there now. I can't find it on there, so where would it be? Let me... Oh my, oh my, oh my. Right, let me do it this way. Mosaic baby blanket. Here. Now, if you remember, I bought this pattern with my Hobie, that one there. I bought that pattern with the bear, the Sleep Tight Little Bear mosaic blanket pattern with my Hobie subscription. And because I was scrolling through, I actually found that she's done the tutorial for it on there. And she's got a couple of videos in several parts so that you can learn the blanket piece and then learn how to do the bear piece. And so I'm looking forward to doing that as well at some point, because I really, at the end of the day, I've got the pattern, so I might as well. And it means that I can use up my yarn out of the basket that I've got no yarn bands with, and I don't necessarily need to use new stuff, so it doesn't matter. And so I'm really looking forward to that. So that's another thing. So I was really thankful to that viewer for actually allowing me to find her and actually learn how to do it. So I'm well chuffed. There's another sneaky look. I'm very, very impressed. I didn't pick up the tree. I was going to do the tree pattern again to show you, but I went on to bigger and better things then. So I kind of just forgot all about it. And I thought, no, this is enough to show that I can actually do it. And I'm really, really chuffed. I mean, look. I mean, well, what can I say? I'm really, really pleased that I can manage to do it. So that is that one. And then I might as well now talk to you about the free pattern. And this is a Hobie pattern as well, and it was free. And it's called the Honeycomb Burst pattern. And so this one is made up with of the hexagons, and then you join them together. So it's something that you can kind of pick up and drop whenever you want. You don't have to kind of think, oh God, I'm pressurized to finish it. You can just do it under your own steam and then put them together whenever. It's just something you can sort of pick up and put down. So I'm going to learn. I'm going to see if I can do it in a from the middle outwards, rather than just a bog standard kind of. What am I trying to say? You're shouting at the screen, aren't you? I know you are. From side to side blanket, And so I stumbled across this one because of it being new on the Hobie as well. And I have lost what I'm going to say. Oh yeah, so and the reason why also I like it, because I've had a brief look. There is photos all the way along, so I've got the comfort of knowing that I can do it right, because I can see on the photos that I'm doing it correctly as well. So I'm looking forward to that too. And again, I will put this in the description box below for anyone that can already do mosaic crochet, or anyone that wants to start it. I mean, it does say on the pattern that it is... Oh, I thought I saw it about being whether it's for a beginner or not. Oh, bless me. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. I would say maybe it's a advanced beginner or an intermediate, whatever they call it. But because there's lots and lots of pictures, I'm sure it would be fine. And again, you know, I liked it because I like the colours and it's just really nice. And so I'll put that in the description box below as well. So let's show you some stuff I've actually been doing, shall I? I will start with the blast from the past. And I was looking through Repeat Craft Me, and I just revisit it every now and again, because I know she does some lovely cowls. One of the things I want to do is the Sea Creatures cowl, and Terry from Yarn Joy podcast, she's already done it, and I've always wanted to do it since she brought it out, but never got round to it. Anyway, the animal squares that I was making when I first started doing videos was 2023, and I saw it, and I saw it all kind of like all together with a border and everything, and I thought, oh yes, that looks really lovely. So I went upstairs and I got all of my squares out, and I joined them all up just by using a simple single crochet together ones. And then I went all the way around the side, and I used the mother of pearl, because if you remember, I ordered this because I didn't quite have enough to do the birthstones cowl with it. And on Vinted I found two. And so of course I had two random balls to use. So I thought this would be a lovely colour to go around the edge with, because it's quite neutral and it doesn't interfere with any other colour on there. And so that's what I decided I was going to do. And then I went round all the edge. And then I thought, well, I'm going to need another one on the back, because on November and December, there isn't any... Oh no, November and December, there isn't anything on the back to say that like there's eyes. Oh, and that one, there isn't anything on that one either. But to cover up this, I thought I would do a separate little backing and then crochet it on. So I've done this, but I've done it seven stitches too wide, and I was really careful, you know, lining it up. Then all of a sudden it was too blooming big, and I thought, oh, perhaps it's okay, maybe if I stretch it a bit more I can go from like bottom to top, and it's almost there but not quite, without stretching it really, really wide with lots of holes. So I don't really know. But then I was talking to Sally today, because we were crocheting together this morning for a while, and given the fact that this is Sunday evening, just for those of you that don't know, this is Sunday evening, but you're seeing it Monday morning. On the weekends I do try and catch up with Sally as best I can, and this morning we were crocheting together and I was talking to her about it, and she said just to go round the border again to make it a bit wider, to be able to make up for the 7 stitches that I'm over. And I'll just keep going round and round because I do have another ball to use, and hopefully it won't use all of it. So I've done this so far for the backing. And I don't know if you'll be able to see the colour here. It's just lovely and shimmery. And so I thought then I'll be able to just make use of it, and then I can use it as a dolly's pram blanket or something like that, because it is quite small without it. And I can tell that I only just started sort of doing videos and, you know, making things, because my tying in skills, well, sewing on skills, should I say, because it's appliques onto the squares, isn't that great, so I need to go back over that again, but that's fine. But it was just nice to revisit it, and it gave me a, you know, it spurred me on to think that I can actually do it. And I think what was putting me off in the first place was joining the squares together. And of course I'm joining squares now because I've joined it with my my random granny, and I've been joining squares with my nature's walk blanket and all of that. So I just thought, oh, go on, just do it. So I'm really looking forward to finishing that, and then I can show you when I've totally finished it and sewn in all the ends and done all that. So that was my blast from the past that I decided I was going to get out, and it was quite nice to be able to show you something different, rather than just the mundane things that I've been getting up to, which is really not a lot. So I am really, really glad. And obviously then it gives you something that you can remember it by, because before I was just showing you once a month, wasn't I then? So tell me, which is your favourite square out of them all? The polar bear was January, and the horse was February, the lion was March, lamb was April, May was the frog, June was the hippo, and then we went to the pig, the koala and the fox, and then the owl, the penguin and the reindeer. Aren't they just fabulous? Honestly. Blow my own trumpet. But yes, they are. And they are patterns that you can find on the Repeat Craft and Me website, and I can put that in the description box below as well for those of you that are new and don't know anything about her. So that's that finished and told you about. So I'm using a 4.5mm hook for that because I wanted it quite loose, and so that I can carry on with eventually. And I'll drop my ball. There's just like this little bit left of the one ball, so once I've done the backing I can then go around the edge until it fits. So I'm really pleased about that. So that's that one done and shown you. I have done my half triangles for my I've gone and disturbed them now. I had them all in order. What am I doing? That one, and that one, and then that one and that one. No, sorry about this. Right, so yeah, we've got one that looks like this, and we've got one that looks like that, one like that, one like that, one like that, and one like that. Now, I did originally need to do 4 of these ones and 2 of the greeny colour ones, but I thought, what is the point? Because I did have in my basket, and I think it is in here, maybe it's sunk down. I thought I had it. Hang on a moment. No, it's not in there now. I must have put it somewhere. I had to do 2 triangles of like, and I picked out green and yellow because I didn't want to start the other ball. So what I decided was I would just crack on and just do all 6 in the pinky colour. Considering these are like yellowish anyway, with a bit of green, I thought it doesn't really matter. And so I just redid them all, and out of that ball, this is all I have left. And so at least that gets rid of it. I was hoping to have enough to go around the edge in this, but I haven't. So I can always just pick a random colour out of a solid ball that's in this to go around the edge, and I'm really not fussed at all, but that gets it finished. So hopefully then this week I will be able to put them all together and sew them up, and then I can show you next week. So that's another thing that I'm hoping to have finished. So then I've got room to start work on the baby blankets that I need to do as well. So that is that I've shown you. That is the ball to go with that. That's that. Okay, so now I will show you my finished shawl, shall I? I'm so excited about this. Honestly, I've got a couple of ends which I've tied in. I've just got to chop them off because I haven't done it because I haven't had a pair of scissors in front of me to do it. And there's a bit on the end that I've already sewn in, but I'm just hanging out. But look at this beauty. Oh, she says, and then drops it. It goes from tip to tip, honestly. And then all together at the widest part is 84 rows with 85 stitches, because you always increase by 1 and then you start decreasing and go to the end. And I love it. I'll try it on and show you, shall I? So I double it over to make sure it's not too, and then do it like this. And then I've obviously got the stitch markers on it still, because I already know that, but that's fine. And then you kind of just have it how you like it. Put that bit down there so it tucks in on your coat so that you can not have any gaps, and then you've got enough to wrap round. Always looks different the second time you do it. I had it really lovely when I first tried it on, when I completed it. I was so over the moon. But then, let me see if I can move the arm up. Ooh. And then get down there. But I just absolutely love it. And Yasmin really, really loved it as well. So she tried it on and then said, "Can you make me one?" So, oh, what's going on? Almost lost the camera then. So, she said, "Can you make me one?" So I said, "Yeah, of course I can. You know, I'll do that. That's fine." And so I am making her one, which is really brings me to my next thing, to say that I am making another. And here it is. I've started. I'm on my 22nd row. It works up so quickly. I can sit there literally sort of 10 minutes and it's just builds so well. And I'm using, she chose Aaron. She went upstairs. I said, go upstairs and see if you can pick a ball that you like, and then I can make it. I said, but just remember that I need 3 balls because it takes about 3 balls. Anyway, she went upstairs. She came down with one. I said, I've only got one of those. So that's no good. So then she went back up and she said, actually, Mum, she said, I like this colour. Can I have this? I said, yes, because this is the equivalent of 4 balls. So I said, that'd be fine. Because I've literally got, now did I put it somewhere. Did I leave it in here? I'm always looking in this basket, but I tend to dump all of my things that I'm trying to make in here. No. What did I do with it then? I don't know. Anyway, so I had 3 balls of this and there's at least half left. Oh, I know where it is. It's in on my desk, in on the next to my chair. Anyway, I had 3 balls of this and I've used about 2.5. And it says in the pattern that you need 325 grams. I'm using a 5mm hook. And for this one, I'm using a 5mm hook. I did try a 6 because this is a DK, which is obviously a 4mm hook usually. And I'm doing this, I thought I need it drapey, so I did it in a 5mm. And I did this in a 6, but it was really, really holy and I didn't like it. So I redid it and I've done it in a 5. I've got a 5.5 somewhere, but I couldn't find it at the time. So we're just going to stick with 5. And I showed Yasmin and she's fine with a 5. But I just love it. I love the way it's working up. And this is Aldi yarn. And it's so, so soft that, you know, it's lovely. Absolutely lovely. So I can't wait to complete this. So I'll show you my progress on it next week. I was going to make her one for Christmas, but, you know, she's kind of like, oh, can I have one? And I thought, well, I can't say, no, you can't, and then surprise her because that wouldn't work. So I have said yes, and now she'll just have to have it. And it might take me till Christmas yet if I get waylaid with other things. So who knows? But yeah, this is my Tips Tip shawl. And so this is ready to go and get washed and snip the ends off. And then that's my other finished object. I have finished my birthstone cowl for November. Now, I know that Litza did say yellow and any shade of yellow, but I'd already made this by the time she said yellow. But the stone actually looked orange to me, which is why I went with orange. It was the only orange that I had in my stash that looked citrine, because the colour for November is citrine. So, I mean, I'm quite happy. And I did explain that when I emailed her and she said it was absolutely fine. I did say that I would make a yellow one, but she said no, because it's fine how it is. It's absolutely beautiful. So I managed to be able to keep this one. All I have to do now is put the brown around the edge and then I can add it to the rest. And then I have got... I've made a start on my December one, like I said, because I wanted to hurry up and get it done, because I have got lots in December I want to get done. Whether or not I will is a different matter, isn't it? It always is. But the colours for the December birthstone were 3. There's explanation of 3 there, which is tanzanite, zircon, or turquoise. Now, I was researching it to find out what the closest yarn is, and Hobbycraft Women's Institute, which I absolutely love, it said on the internet that they do a turquoise, the actual colour turquoise. And I went off to Hobbycraft, walkie, ofty, and then they haven't got it, and they haven't had it for a long time. So I have no idea why Google is suggesting that that's what they've got, unless it was just an old search, but it didn't say at what stage it was in there. So, I mean, I don't know. So really, the tanzanite one was really dark. and I didn't want it clashing with the sapphire block that I had, because I've already done quite a dark one for sapphire. Now, if I can just, where is it again? Birthstones US. Oh, hang on. Where's it gone? Come on. Sorry, tablet's taking a while today. Oh, come on. Birthstones US. Here we go. The picture's not very clear, but if the shine stops, you can see on the citrine one, you can see why I thought it was orange, can't you, at the bottom there in the middle? But Litsa said that anything yellow, which is fine. I just wish I'd waited really, but I was so desperate to finish it. And then on the December one, as you can see, without the glare on the screen, there's the tanzanite, which is the darker one, the zircon, which is the middle one on the December, or turquoise, which is the very last one. So I went for a little bit in between, and I actually found the colour aquamarine. Now it's funny because, I mean, I have it here. The colour for aquamarine I used was this. And that was a duck egg that I used for that. And of course, this one was the sapphire, which is very much the same as the tanzanite. So I mean, that was really, you know, I didn't want to go anywhere near that because I didn't want it too similar. So I decided that I was going to go bright, but in between all of them. And I used aquamarine, which is a new stylecraft colour. And it's so shiny. I really love it. Because it does, I don't know if you can even see the shine, but it does look really shiny on the camera. And I'm on the decrease already, and I only started this yesterday. So yeah, I'm getting there, and that won't take very long either. So at least then I can get the photos sent ready for Litsa, and then I can put the blanket together and then complete that, because I do want to give the blanket to someone. But anyway, that's besides the point. So that's why I'm desperately trying to get it sorted ahead of time, really. So let me just tick off to make sure I've done everything. The free pattern and the progress on the random granny, because that then is finished. I just need to piece it together. Blast from the past I've showed you. My tip to tip shawl and the November birthstone I've showed you. I've told you I've cracked the mosaic crochet, and then I've started the birthstone and another tip to tip, and I've also showed you the email and told you about Persian tiles. So that brings me to the end of my episode today. I have got a chili cooking in the slow cooker that I've just put on that to use to cook overnight, so then it's nice and hot that I can pot up in my flask tomorrow, and then put the rest up for the week in the morning. And that's really about it. I've got to go and put the washing in the tumble dryer. It's all mundane stuff that makes the house go tickety tick. So yeah, and then I can settle down and do some more. of my crochet for the evening. So I'm going to go. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next week and see what else I managed to do. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye, darlings. Bye.